everybody. Welcome back to Under the Covers Music Podcast. I am your host, Jet, and this is Nick. So far, so good. This is our podcast where we each choose a song and we get to talk about it, how it influenced our lives, and then we get to perform it for you guys. So I'm on vocals, Nick's on guitar, sometimes piano.
Don't spoil it for people who haven't seen that yet.
It's true, though.
Wouldn't it be crazy if this song we did on piano? Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Wild. We didn't, but you just gave me an idea.
Oh. You can financially support these episodes by subscribing to patreon.com. And so it's patreon.com/UTC Music Podcast.
Yep.
Nailed it.
Yep, you got it.
And then we do our episodes on the 15th and 1st of every month.
Okay.
Walk that back. 1st and 15th of every month.
Yeah.
How about that? So yeah, me and the intro are not that best of friends, so.
Well, it feels like you presented all of the information. I don't think you missed anything.
No. So if I'm introing, that means it's Nick's turn to pick a song.
It's my turn.
Why did you choose this song?
There are a few reasons. First of all, the song has a chorus that I just really like the sound and melody of. And it seems like a pretty light reason to choose. Like, are you ruining our set? No, it seems like a pretty superficial, like, oh, I just, like the way this chorus goes, and I like the melody that the singer is using, and like everything else, I'm like, I would love to hear you sing this because, because it's you.
And it was really in my range.
Was it really?
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, well, when we were doing some sound checking, you were really like belting it with no effort. Yeah, like you weren't even trying, and I was like, oh, the back of the house is going to hear that one. Nice.
Times. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, it was really good. So that was what kind of sparked my first interest in choosing the song. And it's funny because originally I chose another song by an 80s band because I always thought that I could hear like a country version of it. We talked about that. And I started to dive into it. And I was like, that's really hard. Let me look around and see what else is going on. And then I remembered like, oh, I remember 2 months ago I had wanted to do this song and I put it in the back of my head, apparently too far in the back.
In the archives.
Yeah, I want to get to this song. So finally I came across it. I was like, oh, right. Yes, this is, yeah. And then I kind of lucked out because then learning on guitar was like, oh, this is really easy. It's almost like cheating.
Oh, that's good,
though. Super easy.
That's super fun because we didn't have a whole lot of time.
No. Yeah, no, not really.
Well, especially for this weekend because there's a lot going on. We're going to see Metallica.
The gods are here.
Yeah, the gods have arrived.
And
then we're going to see Kirk Hammett
Uh-huh.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like he's got like a whole
listen
session.
to him talk about guitars. Like, okay.
Yeah,
that's
and then
fine.
At Robarts Arena, there's a whole like.
Oh, there's a guitar and amp show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a music weekend for sure.
We're going.
We were talking before we started, and I kind of said, it's like Metallica now is at this level of they do almost like city takeovers at this point.
It's like an occupation.
Yeah, when they come in and they're on tour and they stop for a show. Usually it's more than one show. Now it's like a 2-night event, and then they have all these kind of satellite events around it. It's like a metal convention coming to town. it's crazy.
So good.
There's so much stuff going on. But you were generous enough to get us tickets to go to one of those events. Watching Kirk talk about his collection of very famous guitars.
That'll be so fun.
And then Sunday we will see them at Raymond James with Suicidal Tendencies and Pantera. Mm-hmm. Third time seeing Pantera.
Wow. And you saw them with the original members.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this will be interesting to see them with not the original members.
Yeah, this will be my second time seeing Metallica. I saw them on my 16th birthday at the Tropicana Field. That was amazing.
That is.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah. They had no openers. It was just them for like 2.5 hours. It was so great.
Now they're like, we have all these other things to do. We can probably have some other bands.
Yeah. Yeah. Or they're like, listen, we're in our 60s. We don't want to play for 2.5 hours. Like, it's kind of a lot.
True. True. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
I have a feeling, though, they'll probably put on a show. Yeah.
I'm stoked.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Anyway, yeah, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
So this song.
Back to this song.
This song is not a Metallica song. I
No.
can confidently say.
No. No, we should do one of those then.
We have talked about it. I'll
Yep.
remind you off camera what we had talked about.
Okay.
But we were talking about giving the Nick Harrison treatment to something.
Yes. Oh, Nick.
Oh yeah.
Right on.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a band that I think we've talked about. Like I've heard of them,
Mm-hmm.
hadn't listened to them,
Mm-hmm.
and when I did hear them, like we just had a weekend where we were just listening to them just nonstop, and I was like, man, his voice is so reminiscent of this other band that I fucking love.
I know who you're talking about.
And it's kind of cool because like this other band's like early history is a little bit where this band picked up. Because
Are you confused yet?
can I say the other band?
Yeah.
Probably, right? Okay,
Yeah, of
so
course.
Tool.
Yeah. Because we're not doing a Tool song. You can talk
No,
about Tool all you want.
no. Okay, so Tool is their early years are pretty heavy,
Mm-hmm.
very kind of radio friendly, and then they kind of took a shift at around 10,000 Days and did kind of more epic tracks, that kind of stuff that wasn't super radio friendly, but there were a couple.
It seemed like they took a turn for the technical. They went way more prog. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely definitely drama
Mm-hmm.
esque. Like
It's definitely
lot of it,
progressive. Yeah.
there's a lot of drama in Tool anyway, but like where they kind of switch styles of
Mhm.
music,
Mhm.
I think this is where this band picked it up, because he has a very Maynard-esque voice. Like it's almost uncanny how much he sounds like Maynard.
It's funny that you say that, because I also, like, I hadn't really listened to this band, kind of like you, where I'd always heard about them, but I never really listened to them. I didn't really know anything about them. And actually, when I moved into this house, I was doing a lot of work on the room where people see us play music. I was setting that room up, and it took hours, days. And on one of those days, I was like, oh, you know what? I've never really listened to this band. Everybody talks about them. Let me just put them on. And I put them on for like 3 hours. And the two things that struck me were, I really enjoyed all of it. Pretty much all of it. But the two things that struck me were, oh, this sounds a lot like music that I write personally. Like this is like, I could see like where, I'm not saying I sound like that.
Right.
I'm saying, oh yeah,
Your
like,
style.
I would fall right in line with this. That was the first thing. The
I agree.
second thing, I was like, this is this is the perfect band for people who don't like Tool but want something that is close.
Yeah.
Like me, I
Yeah.
don't like Tool at all.
Right, right.
This band almost comes off as like, Tool for people who don't like Tool. Like,
Or for people who like old Tool,
yeah.
right? Like up into like before 10,000 Days.
I thought a really good analogy was that I read this somewhere. I forget where it was, but they were talking about Wes Anderson, the film director, and he has a very unique visual style, and the way that he films things and the kind of stories that he tells are very, very specific to Wes Anderson. You saw Rushmore, we watched.
Yes.
Yeah, but also Royal Tenenbaums and Life Aquatic and all these wonderful films. And somebody described Wes Anderson movies as, these are art movies for people who don't like art movies. This is what they
Okay.
are. And that's how I feel about
Yeah.
this band. Is like, this is the band for Tool fans that don't like Tool. Like,
Wow, yeah.
That's what this is.
Yeah.
Dead on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Stylistically, I think they are similar. I think they do have some overlap with Tool's early catalog. They have since, now they sound different. But yes, they do have a lot of stylistic similarities. Yeah.
Yeah, I do enjoy them.
Yeah. And yeah, I came to enjoy them. Listen to them pretty regularly now. I've kind of found like, I think because our writing styles are very similar, that they've really inspired a lot of things that I've written since then. So it's interesting to like listen to them, and they always kind of spark my own ideas of like, oh, you know what? Like, I wonder if I were to try this and try this. Not like because they did it, just because like they just get my creative juices flowing in a way that most bands don't. Like most bands just listen to and I just enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
This band is like, oh, and I just start creating.
That's really cool.
Yeah, like last year we recorded like a demo of an album over like 2 days after listening to this band for like a couple weeks before that. Just like all this stuff started coming, and they don't sound alike. They just got those creative juices flowing.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
That's super fun.
You heard me almost say the name of the band right
Yeah.
Whoops. That's usually your job. You usually do that. I don't have to go back out and edit it out.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. But I'm glad that we're kind of approaching this band the same way. We're sort of coming to them a little bit late. I don't even know if they're still making music, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't get a chance to look it up.
I didn't wiki 'em.
Yeah. I hope they are. I hope we
Yeah.
hear more from them. I like their catalog.
Mm-hmm.
And their catalog to me is still new enough where I don't know necessarily where one album starts and one album begins. Like it's all just sort of like this body of music. So
Right, yeah.
that to me says like they have a very consistent sound, and they're good. And I'm sure there are subtle differences as they progress, but
Right.
yeah, I just like them. I don't know what I expected them to sound like, but I was pleasantly surprised when I finally put them on and was like, yeah, I like all this.
Mm-hmm.
This is good.
Because they played like major shows.
Oh yeah, no, they've gotten pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Lollapalooza, maybe.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But shows like that, like big venues.
Yeah, no, yeah, they've been headliners for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
I
really
like 'em.
solid.
I like them.
Mm-hmm. So what did you think when I was like, hey, that other like 80s song that we were gonna do as country, forget that. Can we do this?
Fine.
Because this was something that I don't think you were familiar with ahead of time, and you listened.
Not at
So
all.
tell me about like, okay, I've gotten the assignment. Let me put this on and see what we're dealing with.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it was just a couple days worth of, because it's very straightforward, the song.
Mm-hmm.
To me, easy lyrically,
Mm-hmm.
melodically. I mean,
Mhm.
the chorus is great. I love the big, long notes.
So good.
So good.
So good.
So good. Yeah. And I feel like that's like my happy place.
Mm-hmm.
Big long notes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. It almost felt like too much at the end because we kind of took out some of the song.
Yeah,
But also, the end would have been the end no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
So it was still fun. And I did a few different things with the way, stylistically, the way he did the notes. I did them a little bit differently.
yeah, which is great. I mean,
yeah, it's fun.
I love hearing your take on stuff and how you change things and alter things and tweak things and make it yours. And I tried to do that a little bit with the arrangement. Just hey, you're getting the abridged version.
Yeah.
I think this you don't really need that part, and this part we'll just make that shorter. And then, but other than those changes, it's mostly as is. We didn't really change a lot about this song until we go back and make a piano version.
Right. Okay. That'd be fun. Oh. Interesting.
Yeah,
Anywho,
that'd be fun.
what else would you like to say?
Maybe we'll keep that piano here for a little bit.
I was like, we just talked about it coming back tomorrow.
yeah. Maybe we won't lug it around. Anywho, yeah, that's everything I kind of wanted to touch on with this song. It's just like band who came too late, enjoy it, chose it because of the chorus and the way that it sounded, was every bit as satisfied as I expected to be when I heard you sing it for the first time. I was like, yep, there it is.
And it's funny because like we're recording this on a Friday. We usually do our recordings on Saturdays morning ish.
Saturdays morning.
Saturdays morning.
Yep, that's right.
Saturdays, that's apostrophe S, morning. So it was kind of fun to do this later in the day, which I'm so warmed up by that point.
Mm-hmm.
So like driving up, singing it was just like,
Yeah,
oh,
and this
I'm
came
so
together
there.
really well. Like, we always
Almost too quickly.
yeah. This is maybe a little too inside baseball, but before we recorded, we rehearsed it a couple times together to kind of see like, hey, what is this going to look like? What do we need to look out for? Let's make some changes. Let's just get used to playing it. And first time we rehearsed, I'm like, we should have recorded that. It was perfect. It was fine. Yeah. Then we recorded a pass of it, and I was like, that was good. Let's just do it again just in case. And did it a third time. Fine.
And then I thought I thought I erased my shit.
Oh yeah. No. No, I thought you hit the wrong button. No. Nope.
Yeah, I didn't.
But yeah, I mean, we just bang, bang, bang. All of them were like, yeah, these are all usable takes. So you guys are getting the last one.
Mm-hmm. 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 I was about to say something I forgot.
Mm. I'm trying to hold in a burp from drinking that beer. Too late.
Good times.
Yeah, that's quality podcasting. Right?
Hey. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure podcasts have heard worse.
Yeah, I'm getting my union card off of that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember what else I was going to say.
Mm-hmm.
What else did you want to say about this? Anything?
No, yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
we're good. We can bounce over to the song and break a piece off for the peoples.
Take it away.
We performed. Well, hang on. I know the name of the song, but I'm like, wait, is it to a or from a? It's to a, right?
Letter to it.
Yeah. That's what I thought. This is how unfamiliar with this band I really am. Struggling to remember the song's actual
That
title.
was awesome. Take it away.
Take it away. Just a moment.
I will. 1 second.
Yeah, that was a wide open door for like, is it 2A or 4A? Like, no way of knowing. This is. What did we decide on? 2. It was 2. Yeah, there it is. That's just my old brain. This is Letter to a Thief by Chevelle.
Yes. Nailed it.
Well.
They know what everybody knows. Better sit. A letter from a thief says, why leave when everybody sleeps? So you wait to cover up the old wounds, lost in a finger forced to lie. They send us medicating through it all. If you ever enter my mind, stay there. You'll live, defend it all, and fool them all. Stay there. Faceless, so little they're to judge. Left wing, let's separate the cold out. Opposites will never meet to turn. One sting I found I'm having to. If you ever enter my mind, stay there. You'll live, defend it all, and fool them all. Stay there. You'll live, defend it all, and fool them all. Solitude, the waste of man. Nace fades soon as the sun sets, and now on this fatal road that lives, imagine here's a battlefield, told to dissolve or choose to fade or stay here. You'll live if you ever enter my
Thank you for watching this episode of Under the Covers. Please like, share, subscribe, and don't be afraid to get into our comments. New episodes drop the 1st and 15th of every month, so please keep coming back for more. If you're interested in bonus episodes, blooper reels, what else? Extras. That's pretty broad, extras. Reaction videos. Yeah, we do a lot of those. We have a Patreon channel that has all of those things. It's really great. It's patreon.com/UTC Music Podcast. It's the same place you can find us at Instagram and Facebook. So look for us everywhere, UTC Music Podcast, and thank you for watching. I like stumbling over words.